Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? So, today is Monday, December 29th. The year is 2025. This is my Spirit Animal Oracle card series, and um, today, Rhino Spirit wants to spend some time with us today. Rhino Spirit is letting us know that we can overcome any obstacles. Overcome any obstacle. Rhino Spirit. All right. So, with Rhino Spirit, the primary messages that are coming through is about the foundational healing that we've been doing. Again, coming back to this um, time of year being a reflective time of year, kind of in a hibernating phase for us, like the chrysalis stage of that butterfly. We're really consciously, subconsciously, intentionally um, letting go of those frameworks and definitions that don't serve us. We're working on um, bringing together those frameworks and definitions that do, working on what our new narratives are going to be going forward. And a lot of releasing is happening with that regard. We're stepping in to this newness with confidence. We're letting go of hesitations and fears and uncertainties as we create these new normals for ourselves. And alongside of that, and because of that, actually, because of the ascension that humanity is on, this path of ascension that humanity is on right now. Again, I am not an astrologer. Pam Gregory is an astrologer that I really enjoy, but there are a lot of things going on, not to name the elephant in the room, the three-eye atlas that's moving through the cosmos right now. Um, Lots of things going on cosmically that are impacting humanity's ascension in a positive way that sometimes doesn't feel positive, but as our collective frequency is rising because of all of these cosmic things going on, that is impacting our humanness. It is impacting the planet. It's impacting everything in and around and on this planet Earth and in our star system and cosmos. So that is actually helping to accelerate this ascension that humanity is going through. And it does stir up lower frequency energies. So a lot of those things that feel challenging might seem amplified because of that, but it's great opportunities for healing, great opportunities for recognizing what those things are, uprooting them, and letting them go. So, with all of these things going on, with the work that we've been doing to really integrate our higher consciousness wisdom, our inner knowings, um, we are going to be able to overcome any challenge, any obstacle that comes our way. That um, we will come upon obstacles and challenges. And there is a reframe here that Rhino Spirit wants to encourage us to think about. And there's a connotation to the word obstacle that is negative in terms of, an obstacle is something that we don't want to be there, something that's in our way that we don't want to be in our way to get to wherever it is we want to go. So the reframe here is um, if we are in the present moment, and when we are in the present moment, when we are grounded in that present moment, in that still point, and relying on our higher consciousness wisdom to help us navigate through every experience. Um, every experience is an opportunity for gaining deeper wisdom and understanding about ourselves and our journey as these beautiful souls having human experiences. So the reframe here is an obstacle is just it's another experience, and absolutely experiences are, you know, often intense, a lot of times enjoyable, and all the different things in between. But the reframe here is if we are um, grounded in the present moment, we're not attached to the outcome of the choice, decision, circumstance. We're able to really fully be present. And in that opportunity for gaining wisdom and understanding, moving through that experience, perhaps we can reframe those experiences that we might have previously referred to as an obstacle as just another experience. So that's the reframe challenge that Rhino Spirit wants us to sit with. See how that sits with you. And again, with the foundational work that we've been doing, um, and moving and stepping strongly and more confidently um, on our path and purpose with our aligned truths, we are unapologetically walking our paths, and this discernment will be able to happen, guiding us through our present moment experiences going forward. And we can fiercely do these things with grace and intention. Discernment will happen naturally as we move through these experiences in a grounded, aligned, and harmonious way, being fully in the present moment through each experience. And as I was meditating on this image, I was noticing this spiral here on the forehead of this beautiful rhinoceros. So this spiral right here. This is a reminder from Rhinoceros Spirit, from Rhino Spirit, to stay connected in to those gifts and abilities that we are letting shine, as Peacock Spirit yesterday was encouraging us to do. Um, that spiral is a beautiful kind of representation of, for me, it feels like a beautiful representation of, like, visually what feels true about being in a still point, and finding that assured grounding into that present moment. And it's the sixth chakra, which is an energy center um, in our energy field that does connect us in with those spiritual gifts and abilities, and how we view ourselves moving through the world as souls having these human experiences. So Rhino Spirit wants to remind us that we have the foundations of being able to move through every experience fiercely graceful, gracefully fierce, using discernment as to what actions and decisions and choices we need to make that are in alignment with ourselves at any given point in time. And that the obstacles that we are going to be able to overcome are simply other experiences that are presenting themselves on our journey on our ascension journey. Yeah, just checking my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, we certainly are going to, life is not easy, as these beautiful beings moving through this human life. And so we certainly will come across situations that um, are going to cause us to have to really think about what is going to make sense to do in a given moment. And it is a challenge to let go of that predefined definition of what an experience is, you know. Um, so I definitely am thinking about many things that um, I can try on the reframe of looking at it as just another experience, and rather than a challenge that I don't want to be there. It's an opportunity for learning. And when we get through the experience and to the other side, where we've overcome, where we've been successful moving through that experience, relying on our higher consciousness wisdom, that again we've been really incorporating into every aspect of our life, that becomes another win for us, uh, another win, another experience in our file cabinet that we can rely upon to give us that um, belief in ourselves, our self-assured confidence to continue to move through other experiences that maybe we didn't ideally plan on having to move through. So those are the messages coming through from Rhino Spirit. And I love that, Rhino Spirit is kind of stepping through this sort of um, ring of flowers with just reminding us that to try to find the beauty, the silver lining, the learning, the healing in every experience. All right, thank you, Rhino Spirit. So today is Monday, December 29th, 2025, and we are going to be welcoming in and spending time with Rhino Spirit today. All right, so reflections on yesterday with Peacock Spirit. So, how did it go with everyone yesterday, hanging out with Peacock Spirit? So, my reflection is um, Peacock Spirit is really helping me to unapologetically be myself. And that means really leaning in and trusting the things that I have come to know about myself, and to really not question it anymore. you know of course there's fears and doubts that often come up and get triggered, but I'm noticing I'm able to move through into a positive, grounded recognition of what to do about whatever it was that triggered that. And the trigger doesn't last long. The charged emotions around the trigger really doesn't last long anymore at all. I'm able to pivot and discern and act upon with intention and confidence what I may need to do in that given moment. So, yeah, thank you, Peacock, for really helping me to remember that I do have those gifts and I can let them shine. The gift of my self awareness and my ability to discern what I need in any given moment and act upon that accordingly. So, Love to hear any of your reflections. But again, Rhino Spirit reminding us we can overcome any obstacle that may come our way with all of this foundational work that we've been doing on our healing and releasing those notions that we aren't able to discern, but we can certainly discern and move forward accordingly. We can do this with grace and be fiercely, unapologetically ourselves, relying on those gifts and abilities, and to see if we can reframe obstacle as just another experience that we are having moving through this human life as a beautiful being. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have fun with Rhino Spirit, and we'll see you tomorrow.